living, because that's just what they like.
Call for the question.
So you're going to say something, Mayor Pro Tem? I don't know if he beat you to it. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you for the comments on that. I just have to reiterate that, and Mr. Castillo probably has knowledge of this as well, just coming from the substance use profession as well, the success rates of social programs are very low. 30% is actually a pretty solid goal for a program like this. And I see head nods from Mr. Runyon as well. People with lived experience, people who've actually been through this, I think would probably be a little, have thoughts on the statements that were just made. Some of them might be offended. Some of them might just shake their heads because they feel it was stated out of ignorance of what that actual life is like for people who've had to go through that. And so I just wanted to state that, to share that the 30%, it may sound like, well, 70% of the people aren't going to go through this. I hope that compassion can be held on knowing that, yes, 70% of people may not make it through this program successfully, but that doesn't mean we give up on them. And we celebrate the 30% that do get through it. And I'll just end by saying that these statements are on the public record and are recorded, and I hope that the public reviews them and keeps these things in mind as we go through the next couple of years here, because that, to me, feels incredibly ignorant, incredibly out of touch with what people in Oxnard, family members in Oxnard, neighbors in Oxnard have experienced as their lived experience in their life's journey. Many of them sitting in this room tonight, many of them watching this, many of them are students in this city. So just throwing that out there. Thank you. That's my last comment, Mayor.
Okay, we've got a call for the question. Madam, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Councilwoman Basua.
Thank you. I want to, first of all, thank our speaker. One thing that I will agree with you 100% is that we need to do more on the mental health side. And to Mr. Starr, your lack of empathy was just shown with those comments. It was very, very harsh on what you said. For those of us that have had the opportunity and the pleasure of working with mental health, it is a real disease. It takes over an individual. And I've had the opportunity to work with moms, dads that are trying to help their child, that they're schizophrenic, that they run away, and they're doing everything in their power to save their child. And that mental illness doesn't allow that person to get the help they need. And your words today were very harsh. It just, there's no empathy there. And I'm actually really astonished that you would say that in public. This is the most vulnerable community, and yes, I get it. They're on drugs, and sometimes we have to ask ourselves, why are they on drugs? It's because they're fighting a demon inside of them. And unless you've worked with this community and you understand the struggles that the families are facing because their children, their parents are on the streets, my heart goes out to that community. It really does. And I hope you really get an opportunity to really walk in the shoes, of some of these parents. And I know our mayor, with his background in police, he's probably seen a lot of this. He's probably responded to a lot of calls from parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, because somebody's they need help and they don't know where to turn to. And I will agree with Mr. Lorenzo, we need to do more. And I wish we could do more. But I wanted to say that because it was just, that was harsh.
Fine. So I want to help people who want to be helped. And if we have an anti-camping ordinance for the rest of them,
Mr. Starr,
we can, let me finish.
Wait, you didn't.
I listened.
No, you didn't, because if you would have listened, you would have realized that I said that these people.
I'm trying to finish my statement here.
Okay, I'm
let's-
sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I listened.
Okay, go
Maybe
ahead, Mr. Strong, we can just keep it brief. We got Mr. Farrell call for the question, we'll take the vote here.
I want to help those people who want to be helped. For the rest of them, I want to force them into treatment. Whether,
Hold on, Mr. Lorenzo, hold on.
so I think these people need help. Unfortunately, they're not willing to do it voluntarily. I think for a lot of them, exactly. That's why we need to have something that basically says that they have to go to treatment.
We got Prop 36 as well, that gives us another
It's a start.
tool. Yeah,
It's a
so that's a start,
But
and I know
without-
that Ms.
but
Castillo.
until we have an
agrees with that.
anti-camping ordinance,
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Robert's rules. You and your
Okay.
measures got through. Votes count. Elections have consequences.
Yeah.
I asked for call for the question. The
Yeah.
mayor pro tem
well, you have
asked
to,
for
you have to be
one thing.
recognized before you
hold
can call a
on,
question.
hold on, Councilmember Starr. We
So
got
you
to,
wanna stay till midnight? You
So just so I'm
succeeded.
clear, you don't just shout, I call the question. What happens is that you seek recognition from the chair recognizes you.
Why didn't you call
And
me
then
on
you
it at
say,
the time?
I,
okay, hold on, Councilmember Starr. But we got a first, I know we're at midnight, we got a first and a second. And I'm sorry, Mr. Castillo, we'll take the vote, if that's okay? Call for the vote, Madam Clerk, with the first and the second.
Councilwoman Rodriguez,
Aye.
Councilmember Starr,
no.
Mayor Pro Tem Teran,
Yes, thank you for the work on this, staff.
Councilwoman Basua,
Yes.
Councilmember Perallo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Perez,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Teran,
Yes, did I vote when I wasn't supposed to?
I think you did, yeah, but
Okay, well, I'll vote twice. How about that?
it's all right.
oh, I'm sorry, I did call you twice.
Okay. It's 12:13.
And Mayor MacArthur, I'm
Yes.
sorry. It's been a long night. And the motion carries 6-1 with Councilmember Starr voting no. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And without any opposition, there be no further business on the agenda. We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Water. Clean, safe, reliable. It's so essential to life, we barely give it a second thought. We just turn on the faucet and there it is. Do you ever wonder where all that water comes from?
Some of our imported surface water comes from snowmelt in Northern California's Sierra Nevada mountains. It travels over 500 miles through the State Water Project's massive system of engineered reservoirs, pipes, pumps, and other infrastructure. This precious water supply is shared by millions of people in California. The amount we get is limited and also very expensive. Our other sources of water come from local groundwater supplies pumped out of the naturally occurring aquifers in Oxnard and surrounding areas. This groundwater is locally managed, so it's easier to access and less costly than imported water. The imported water source is blended with local groundwater supplies to ensure a safe and reliable water supply.
Our highly trained and certified staff are responsible for pumping groundwater, regulating flows, and treating and blending water supplies. Here in Oxnard, some of the groundwater we pump out of the local aquifer is very high in minerals and salts. After the groundwater is pumped out of the wells, it's pre-treated and sent to the groundwater desalter. The desalter uses reverse osmosis to produce ultra-pure water, which is then blended with other city water sources. After additional treatment and disinfection, the blended water goes through extensive sampling and testing.
Our team ensures that Oxnard's water quality meets or exceeds all federal, state, and local drinking water regulations. We conduct more than 3,700 water sample tests each year for about 300 different constituents and are required to report this information to the State Water Board's Division of Drinking Water.
Our team is responsible for delivering high-quality drinking water from our treatment facilities to you through an extensive distribution system. We provide 24/7 emergency response for customer emergency shutoffs, leaks, water main breaks, and other emergencies. We also install, maintain, and replace water mains, valves, pumps, and other essential equipment. Maintenance is really important because it helps keep our equipment and infrastructure working well and for longer.
As a city that is nearly 120 years old and home to more than 200,000 people, Oxnard must continue to replace aged-out infrastructure in order to maintain safe, uninterrupted water delivery service. Through the city's 5-year capital improvement program, also known as the CIP, Oxnard has identified more than $141 million worth of water infrastructure improvement projects, which are needed to continue delivering high-quality water to our community. Some CIP projects include recently completing a $4.1 million project that replaced corroded cast iron pipes in La Colonia with new PVC piping. Investing $13.3 million to replace water distribution mains at various locations across the Hobson and Kamala neighborhoods, areas where the water pipes are more than 60 years old. Investing nearly $30 million to replace all Oxnard water customers' meters throughout the city. These meters